Hey guys, Meatless here. Welcome back to another guide. Today this is part 5, and this is Lava World and Industrial Castle. Um, these two levels are medium to hard range, so I would advise watch what I do and what I say, because these levels can be honestly the most difficult out of getting to the second part of the actual map itself. So I will put up some just little tips and tricks and all that, and what weapons and stuff to use. But if you want to skip to the actual levels itself, I will put two of where the parts where they are. But as always, I hope you guys enjoy this guide, and let's get right into the guide. For our first tip and trick, for insane mode, I would recommend know how to juggle. Pretty simple and easy. All you have to do is just do one light and two heavy attacks. So if you're in the air, I can't do it now. What? All you have to do just in the air is just keep spamming it and just keep spamming it. Pretty simple. If you want, just try to do it like this. This one's pretty difficult, but if you just keep doing it over and over, you'll get a little better at it. Just to F, just for you guys to actually know, if you go all the way up, you will do like a one of these. So try to not go all the way up, but just know where your limit is. Another thing to help as well is if you do a magic and then that, it'll make you go up in the air more, making it more easier just to kind of practice, and then you could just keep moving as you're doing it. You other this as well, you know. But if to make it more easier for yourselves, if you guys have the actual high magic for a character, just do that, and then yeah, keep going at it. That's just to fly around, just to help you. But to make it really easy for you, if you want to go slower, use your magic and then do a spin move. So magic spin move, and then it makes you go slower. So see how I'm falling really down slowly? That actually helps really a lot. So learn how to juggle and all that, because it will really help you later on. Next, we have the weapons. For weapons, there are multiple weapons you actually can use. So I'll just do mention ones, just if case you want to use them. The dual sword is good. It has 3+ strength, 3+ defense, and it also has a crit chance. The club is pretty good as well, giving you that both +5 for strength and defense. Another one I would strongly recommend is possibly the club. The club wouldn't be so bad to use, even though it minuses your strength, but that is okay, because later on there'll be this animal that could help you give that strength up again. King's Mace would honestly be a good preference as well, just because it's plus in magic defense, and that in case you like magic a lot. Another one is the Evil Sword. This one honestly will help later on in other guide, so be sure to watch that one. Now, for the actual good ones that I just recommend just to use is either the Golden Skull Mace, because this has actually the best crit chance ever and gives you +3. This one's good for magic and just strength if you like to use your magic a lot. Another one, honestly, the chainsaw could be also another one if you really want to as well. But the most one I like to use is the Mancatcher. Mancatcher is honestly my favorite one. You could also use this one if you really want for that poison, but the Mancatcher is the best one out of all of them, in my opinion, of course. For the animals, so I'll do the ones that are just an honorable mention that are honestly good. Hawkster is really good because he gives you food if the enemy's dead, or if they're down, he will actually attack them, which is really good. You also can use Snoot. Snoot's probably the best one out of all of them because he increases your damage, like I was talking about with the weapons. Piggy will be a later on animal to use, but he gives you more food or more health in case you don't have that defense up. Lastly but least is Spiny. He increases your defense, giving you buff in your defense in case you get hit a lot. And that will be it for all the animals. I would just highly use Snoot to help you later on. Or Piggy. These levels also include a new item, which is the sandwich, which I will pull up right now where you can find them and get them. At least have 5 in your inventory because you're gonna use them a lot later on for a boss and just getting in entrances. After beating Industrial Castle, you also unlock the Necromancer. I will also be putting the difficulty in the top right corner, whether it is easy, medium, or hard. But as always, let's get right into the guide. So, Lava World can be honestly pretty difficult. I remember I always struggled with this kind of part of it. Only reason why was just because these guys do a lot of damage and they like to use their magic a lot, so they could honestly just keep spraying their magic and hitting you. If you are a fire character, like I am right now, they are fire resistant, so it won't do nothing, so your best bet is just probably use ice character. Like either Eskimo or the Blue Knight. But these guys are not that pretty difficult if you just encounter them as just juggling. So for the juggle, for a medium weight, because they are medium weight, it is a light and heavy. So you kind of want to do like the spin move like this. You can sometimes do the normal, but as you'll see, like they'll start to like go down. So just try to kind of keep them up in the air as much as possible. Because as you just see, they just spray. They're like the thieves with the arrows, but just 10 times worse. Finally, that guy's finished. Okay, good. Definitely have a lot of health because we're starting to get into like the more medium kind of difficulty. But as long as if you just try to step in the air a lot and just try to get just a lot of damage on them, you should be fine. You should be rolling. Here you need sandwiches, so just knock that guy back and then use this. If you want, you can get free sandwiches from the person that just tries to attack you as much, so if you want, you can do that. And then you can just do this real quick, and if you want to get a free sandwich, just follow this guy until he's out of the screen, and then you can just get a free one. Usually what I like to do. Sometimes you actually can go into like a lightweight juggle into a medium weight if you really want to, just to get more damage on them, but sometimes I just try to just do the medium weight trick, because then you could just kind of make it easier, and then you could just put them in a corner like that. Just get the most damage as possible. Oh, and they got me stuck. Yeah, these guys can be kind of annoying. One of the most annoying characters, in my opinion. Get the burger real quick, I'll say. Thankfully, this level does give you free food. Because if not, possibly be using a lot of potions. I remember when I did this, I kind of had like a struggle, but I feel like the more you do it, the better you get at a certain level. The more you do it, the more you kind of learn from it. So I know this one's kind of like a tricky one, but the more you like play it, the more you kind of get better at encountering the fire demons and just everything else. So there we go. A lot of characters in this level, so that's why it's kind of difficult, just because there's so many of the fire demons that you have to encounter in this level, so that's why it can be a little tricky. But overall, it shouldn't be too hard. It should not be that hard. Oh, there we go. I didn't even drill charge him and he's dead. So if you need money, take these. Wait for this little cutscene. Skeletons are honestly not that hard to do. They're lightweight, so you kind of can just juggle them. I don't think they do that much damage. Okay, they do a lot of damage. Don't get hit by them. So yeah, try to keep in the air and keep juggling them, because you don't want to get hit by them, because actually they do a lot of damage like that. So kind of stay in the air. Alright, I'm going to potion up. I have no potions. Okay, so take 2. Them skeletons can be rough because there's so many of them, and I did not know that they did that much damage. So yeah. So we'll just try to get on this stuff real quick. But like I said, the more practice you do, the better you get. I have not honestly encountered them skeletons in a while, so I do apologize for that. And I was not prepared. I didn't have no potions. So that was an ultimate big fail for me. So I'm gonna have to make that up and get my revenge. But as I was just saying, people are not too bad. I thought those skeletons would be easy, but they're not actually easy, so yeah. Definitely get a decent amount of sandwiches, I would probably say. Like, at least like 5, like how I did, or like 6, just because we're gonna need them later on. So definitely just keep a decent amount. The maximum is 9, but you don't need to waste all your money on sandwiches like that. Just get a decent amount, like 5, and you should be fine. Just don't want. Come on, man. Gotta get through my spot. Might as well just do this real quick. Oh, I missed him. I was gonna hit him, but I forgot. Ah. Try to get these guys in the corner real quick so I could just duplicate damage. I need that apple. Sorry if you hear me button smash. This game is basically all about button smashing, so if you hear that, I honestly do apologize. But trying to get back to where I was could be kind of difficult and just long, just because I was kind of halfway there. I'd honestly say, like, when you get to like the skeleton part, you're kind of halfway to beating the level. Like I said, there's a lot of characters like to just encounter in this level. Like it's unreal how many characters we have to go through. So after this level, or not this level, after this little area, we'll be right back where we were. One thing I would probably like say for like a little like tip is kind of watch like your character and just see what you're doing. Like see what kind of combo you're like adding, because honestly I feel like that'd actually help you just kind of make your like own combos and stuff. So yeah, kind of just watch what you do and stuff and see what moves you kind of like did and just try to relearn it and see if it just helps you. But my just advice, just try to stay in the air as long as possible and try to get the most damage out of them. So like I said, these guys are lightweight. They are resistant to any magic except for non knights. So and these guys do have like a pretty decent amount of health too. Sometimes you could go back in the corner like this, or you could just do it as I was just doing, is just going back and forth. So when you slam them, you just go back and forth, or you could just keep going the same way. You kind of want to control what you're doing when you want to, so then you don't mess up, because messing up can honestly be really game changing. So just try to always know what your plan is a step ahead, because we have a decent amount of like characters here, so like a lot can happen, but if you kind of just control them, where they move, where they go, you should be fine. Most times when there's a lot of characters, you'll have set characters that actually attack you, and then other characters that kind of are like to like the side, like kind of like a support kind of character. So just kind of stay more upward, or like in kind of in the middle you can stay, but just always make sure knowing where like the support people are and like the actual like people that are trying to actually attack you. That's what I would kind of give for you when there's more characters to attack. The amount of players that you will have in this, if you're soloing it or if you have like a 4-man, this will have more if you have more players. So if we had, let's say, a duo of me and someone else, there would be 2 of these. But since it's only me, I only have 1. So make sure just to know that in case you run with 3 other players. And if you need that, take the chicken leg. Now, right here is where I'd kind of get your sandwiches, because we're going to have a boss fight here soon. But kind of just beat up these guys real quick. Kind of just stay all the way like here. You don't really have to move middle or anywhere, just kind of control them like I was saying. The more you have like control and like the battle of it, the easier it gets. But now we are fighting the volcano. There'll always be 2 like fire demons out will just coming around. What you want to do is just use your sandwich, but also try to get these fire demons where you could actually just keep hitting them. So I like to just kind of jump and stuff and then just square, but it doesn't work. You always want to kind of get one just in there, so then you could get extra sandwiches if you want. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll hit them out of the way and then I'll sandwich. There we go. Pretty easy boss, not that difficult, very easy. And then these guys will just despawn so you can get their sandwiches. If you have low health, right here are some chests that you could get some food. This one always gave you an apple, and this one always gave you a chicken leg. Finally, we're on to the final boss in this level. The Dragon Sock Puppet. Easy boss. Use your magic, jump up when he fires. Well, I didn't describe it, but come up just here. The Sock Puppet will throw rocks. So when you kind of see your thing shaking, get away and just kind of go right there because you don't want to get comboed. But this one's just kind of just staying in the air as long as possible. The more damage you do to him, the better. Never go all the way up or he will pound you to the ground. So just kind of like do what I'm kind of doing, just hitting him, and then when you kind of see your screen shake and him going down to fire, just kind of stay where like the sign is. Then just go back. You can juggle this guy as well and do more damage, but you don't have to. That guy just gets messed up. Feel bad for that fire demon. Comment down below for the fire demon. But yeah, not that difficult. Oh, as I say, I got hit. Pretty easy. And if you need to, you could use like Spiny, or I'm just using Snoop for the damage, but you can use like Spiny in case you don't want to get too injured. But there you go. He's dead. And then Sock Puppet should be gone, and then you could get the wheel. Not too difficult, but just very tedious, I would honestly say. Because they are fire demons like to use magic, and skeletons are pretty difficult. But and then it goes to just a little cutscene. But this level is easy for the bosses, but medium for the minions. Okay, so now we're in the Industrial Castle. Pretty easy. You open this door with a sandwich, as I already did. But if you exit, then this door will come back, so you're going to have another sandwich open it. But if you die, just come back and this door should be open. But this is where we get our first actual hard level, because these guys are insane. They do a lot of damage, they like to use their magic, and their magic does a lot of damage. So my advice, stand there as much as possible, keep your distance as much as possible, and just try not to get hit that much, because you will probably use a lot of potions in this, as you just saw me have to use. This one I actually struggled the most with than Lava World. So I advise, do Lava World first, then do this one, because this one is way more difficult. Like I just said, first hard one. Next you have the Industrials. These guys are not that more difficult as the Fencers. The Fencers I would say are more difficult than the Fencers. The Fencers have less health, so they're easier to kill, which is good. Or maybe, or actually, I think I have it the opposite way. I think the Industrials are heavier in health, while the Fencers are weaker in health. So I think I accidentally said that wrong, so my apologies right there. This guy just doesn't... Yeah, be aware of their magic too, because their magic is insanely just OP. But then comes to like the more easy kind of part, just getting all these little traps out of the way. Pretty simple, just follow what I'm doing. Wait for this, kind of like a little like note when to go. Grab the chicken, grab the apple if your health is low. This part is the most annoying in my opinion, because a lot of fencers will come around. I like to just stay in the middle, or not the middle, I don't know why I said middle. I like to kind of chill right here, if they'll let me, and be in this corner. If they'll let me. Yeah, these guys are the most annoying in this part. But kind of stay in this like line of corner and go back and forth. Oh my gosh. I'm struggling. Like this part, I don't know why it's so hard to like do. It's just these guys are like annoying and they give you like a lot too. So it's not like you're. Good thing too would probably be to get yourself in tech mode. In this one, I would probably strongly do that, but me, like right there, so then they can't do anything to you. But if I touch the floor, then I'm out of tech. So try to get in tech as fast as you honestly can, because this part is so annoying. Like I just used 2 potions for no given reason. And they should be all dead. But I should be able to get through. I think this glitched. So if this ever happens, just stay right here. Because you don't want more. Because the more is way harder. So there we go. Perfect. Okay. Then you have these guys again. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my dog was barking at nothing, per usual. These guys, like I just said, just juggle them. They do a lot of damage, so don't let them hit you, because health is very important in this. The fencers, honestly, I would probably say get them the most, because industrialists have more health, but I feel like the fencers do more damage, so. But if you can get all of them like this, then do anything. Like I said, you just want to at least just get them all in like a juggle, because they like to use their magic, but they're way worse than the Lava World people. Now, if you have low health like me, you can get this box that has a chicken leg, but this one you have to be more patient because there is a brute that is beefy. So this is where you use your magic, and there's 2 fencers. So I'm just going to potion up so then I don't waste time. I'm going to just chill right here. Just keep using magic. If you can, I would try to stay your distance and just keep using magic. You can use arrows too if you really want. But if you have like a stronger magic person, just you keep using magic. Try to damage them guys as much as possible. The brew has a lot of health. Oh my gosh, I didn't even do anything. Yeah, this could get very scary. And I don't want to use my other potion because I want to keep it, so. Brute's dead, which is honestly fantastic. So then you could get one of these. Just like I said, spam your magic as much as possible because it honestly could get really difficult. And then grab food. Now we're on the final wave, or I should say final boss. Focus your attention on these things, get these things gone. Usually they are 2 drill charges, so try to at least get to them. Don't worry about that yet, but try to get these as much as possible. The finger is also very annoying to deal with, so you're not going to get all of these in one go. So just try to at least damage them as much as possible. This one you definitely can. Perfect, got that. And then while you're waiting, just kind of damage this as possible. He has 3 of these little abilities: a poison, a fire, and as you just saw, the ice one. The ice one is not that difficult. But if you could drill charge that finger, it's actually not that difficult. Like I just did right there. That will help. Good tip to know is you'll see like the shadow of the actual device that he puts down, whether that's the poison, the fire, or the ice. So just watch where the shadow goes, and then kind of aim yourself where you could just keep hitting it. Use your magic for the fingers, because you don't want to get hit. You also can use arrows like this, but just use your magic. We'll always go back to the same spot, and I just can't hit. Then just use your magic after that until it goes back up. I got some damage on that. Wait until he gets a little further. Oh, I thought I was gonna get hit right there. Ouch. Try to get as much damage as possible. This fight honestly takes probably like the longest, just because he has so many stupid ways. Well, I just finished that, so that's done, but still have these little dumb gadgets. The flame one's probably the annoying because he could just keep damaging you. So try to just attack as much as possible. Kind of when it gets to like the edges, you can kind of just spam your magic to do like the most damage. He should be dead by here. Hopefully he does his, yep, there we go. Oh, he's gonna do one more. And I just can't hit him. There we go. Should be dead after this. Jump. There we go. Not that difficult, but just to get to him is pretty difficult. Our first hard level, just try to stay in there as much as possible and try not to get hit, because these guys honestly do a lot of damage. But then when you're done, smack that guy off and then just look into the telescope. And you'll see that the blueprints is there, but the Ice King snatches her away from us. So we will finish our mission on the dock. So I hope this guide helped you guys encounter a hard level as well. Just juggle and try to be in there as much, because these guys do like to use their magic, but as you saw, the Industrial Castle is way more difficult than the Lava World. Lava World, you can encounter them way easier, and they have easier boss fights, whereas the minions are more tedious. But in just Industrial Castle itself, the enemies are tedious and the boss fight is tedious, even though it is easy. But hope this guide helped you guys, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like and subscribe for more guides. But as always, hope you guys are having a good day, and until next time, peace out.